1 year ago, Andrew Tate asked Ron DeSantis to arrest him in Florida. He tagged Ron DeSantis and said, "You better nail me now. Let's go. Arrest me." And now Andrew Tate and his brother Tristan Tate have been arrested in Miami in front of their security. And this is a remarkable update. This happened last night. Here we go. Andrew and Tristan Tate had been arrested by U.S. Marshals, a private event in Miami, following an extradition request by the United Kingdom against the brothers over 50 charges of rape, arranging or facilitating trafficking, sexual exploitation, assault occasioning actual bodily harm, as well as additional charges relating to illegal child images and to pornography. So, whoa. Here it is. Ladies and gentlemen, the footage of the arrest. They brought the full tactical gear, and Andrew Tate being taken into custody is the entire timeline. Let's go ahead and watch the video. So some are noticing that Andrew Tate here takes his phone out of his pocket and hands it to his bodyguard. This is Andrew Tate's bodyguard right here. You can see that handoff right there. People are observing. Nope. So again, this is American law enforcement cooperating with a British request to extradite on American soil back to the UK for charges. This is what happens with countries that you have cooperative agreements with, like this. And you can see the U.S. Marshals brought full tactical teams here. And there we go. Manosphere influencer Andrew and Tristan Tate arrested on rape, sex trafficking charges in Florida. They have been in and out of custody, I don't know, since the start of the internet, I suppose. The Tates, who have both British-American citizenship, have faced legal troubles, were nabbed because of a host of new sex crimes handed down overseas. Let's go ahead and check out what those accusations are. The two were just actually in Washington, D.C. This photo was taken a day ago. And again, they were supposed to be hosting, and here they are being taken away. They were supposed to host a bare-knuckle boxing event.
Hey, Tate.
Mr. Tate, would you mind signing?
Hey, Tate.
So the U.S. Marshals move fast. Following the arrest of Andrew and Tristan Tate overnight, our Assistant Chief Constable issued a statement. The brothers were arrested as part of an ongoing investigation, major crime unit, and number of sexual offenses.
Major crime unit. In 2024, the CPS authorized 21 charges against Andrew Tate and Tristan Tate following our investigation into allegations of sexual offenses dating back to 2012.
I will interrupt here and say, unless you're mass arresting Pakistanis and Muslim rape gang members, then this does seem political.
Following the initial charges being authorized, we have continued to investigate further offences reported to both Bedfordshire Police and Hertfordshire Constabulary. As a result, 38 new charges in total have now been authorised against Andrew and Tristan Tate, bringing the total number of charges faced to 59. The charges relate to 7 victims spanning a period from 2010 to 2017. Our officers have worked closely with the CPS and both national and international law enforcement agencies as part of this complex investigation.
So there it is. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Bedfordshire Police posting this. Locked the comments. Classic. This is Andrew Tate's response here from a few weeks ago.
Crime. They said 15 years ago I did something I wasn't supposed to do and I'm a criminal. But they won't tell me who against. They won't tell me where it happened. They won't tell me when it happened. They just said 15 years ago you did a crime. And I said, okay, against who? We're not telling you in case you tweet it. Why would I tweet it? What are you talking about? Tell me who I committed this crime against so I can defend myself. Nope, we're not going to let you defend yourself. You're accused of a crime. You're charged with a crime. We won't tell you who against. And I said, well, then how do I put a defense together? And they said, well, if you come to England, we'll tell you. I said, sure, I'll come to England. No problem. All I want to know is, can you guarantee I will not be remanded in custody? They said, no, we're not going to guarantee you that. If you come to England, there's a strong chance you're going to go to Belmarsh, remanded in custody for years, free trial. And I'm like, so you are accusing me of a crime. You've issued a warrant. You won't tell me who the crime was committed against, if they even exist, because they don't. These are made up victims, completely made up. They have people hiding behind anonymity and just attacking me, demanding millions of euros, millions of dollars for things that happened in 2009. Nobody's telling me what these things are. Nobody's telling me who these people are. Nobody's telling me when they happened, where they happened, nothing. And they're saying if I go to jail, they'll tell me, but I have to fly to England and put myself in jail.
So there we go. So, I mean, clearly they understood the consequences of potentially traveling to a extradition country. 42 charges against Andrew Tate and 17 charges against Tristan Tate. And there are the charges. So then what does this mean? I mean, I think this means that they get flown back to, England now, and then they may be in prison for a very long time. And the reason I say that this is political is that Andrew Tate, I mean, just was in England and has been a constant critic of the law enforcement actions in that country. In fact, immediately, like on Piers Morgan's show, just like last week, he was talking about the migrant rape gangs and the crimes that are committed all the time in the UK that are atrocious. So does this reek political to you? Let me know in the comment section. Again, I'm not going to comment because I don't see the evidence. I haven't seen anything. I don't know. But I am going to say this, like, you can't let off hundreds of thousands of Pakistanis that committed migrant rape gangs, but then go after Andrew Tate for the exact same thing and pursue him internationally all over the world. Both should be charged, right? That's what's called selective prosecution. It's also why we have rules that you can face your accuser, that you can know your charges, right? And that you're innocent until proven guilty. But what we've heard here is that there's real rot in the British justice system. Here's Andrew Tate calling it out last week. We'll see what happens.
Let me ask you a question, sir. All of the knife crime that's happening in London, all of the blood that's running on the streets, considering you can't even wear a nice watch in that city anymore, is it white people or black people who are doing the stabbing? I'm half white, half black. You can't offend me. Just tell me the truth.
And who are most of the victims?
Who's doing all the killing?
And who are most of the victims?
Well, some of them are black. Some of them are white. It doesn't matter.
Actually, the vast majority are black. So your whole argument, the whole argument you've been shouting about, the whole argument you've been shouting about for the last 10 minutes, you've just exposed yourself as being a misleading argument.
Absolutely not. I don't care if black people kill only blacks. I don't care if black people only kill Chinese. Black people shouldn't be killing. There is an issue within the black community which is leading them towards violence. We can discuss whether it's genetic. We can discuss whether it's cultural. We can discuss whether it's systemic. We can discuss that. But it is asinine and ignorant to pretend that there is not a culture within the black community which is leading to violence. There clearly is. There clearly is. And that needs to be addressed. I say this as a half black man myself. My father was black. Half of my family is black. But I'm not blind.